So now we shall continue. I have a pallasite here. Pallasite is a mixed meteorite. It's got an iron meteorite type component and it's got silicate minerals as well. There's different hypotheses how pallasites form. Some argue pallasites form the transition from a core to a mantle type region in a planetesimal, or have formed that. Other people say they may form from impact of an iron meteorite with a more silica-rich meteorite type, and then they might weld together. I personally like to think the former is more realistic, at least that's my kind of personal opinion, but there may well be different varieties. But here we have a nice specimen from Chile again. It's IMILAC meteorite, and here we have the actual sample, and it's a polished sample, so this is why the metal face is very shiny, and then we have large olivine crystals. The olivines are a little weathered, they have a brownish rim, so this is usually a mineral called idingsite. It's a decay product from olivine, but the olivine kind of, you know, has a bit of a yellow tinge, so it's probably affected likely by terrestrial weathering, and the metal face, it wraps around these olivine crystals rather nicely. So this is this mix of iron component with the silicate component. And this is just over 110 grams, 116 grams, and I'm going to turn the specimen around now. The other side is not polished, so you get a slightly more pristine look at this. This is more how it might look if you find it. So there's a bit of a rusty patch here, but here you have the larger olivines, and the olivines are embedded in the iron component. The iron component is wrapping around the olivines here. And these pallasites, they can be quite pointy. We've seen that before in some of the other specimens. So the metal face here can be quite sharp, so one has to be a little careful. And this is from the outside material, from the oxide crust, or the melting crust sometimes. So this material would still be very attractive, I believe, as a resource, and one can easily separate the metal from the silicate face. And in terms of density, maybe this is something that could be harvested and transported more easily in many decades to come, but that's of course for future engineers to kind of decide and work with. But the metal component can be very high in nickel, and also cobalt and platinum group elements, and even some precious metals, and this is probably attractive for that reason. So I'll turn it around for a last look.